Boom, baby. Give me a minute. In this episode of Russia on Fire, the Unechya oil distribution or pumping station. Now, guys, I cannot stress to you how important this is. Take a look at this map. What you're looking at here is the Druzhba pipeline. This thing pumps tens of millions of tons of crude oil through it annually. And look at to everywhere. It goes up here into Belarus, to the Novopolitsk refinery. This is the pipeline through which Belarus gets its crude oil so that it can refine it into refined oil products. If you look down here, this branch goes all the way out to Hungary and Slovakia, which is how they're still getting Russian oil in spite of the sanctions, as they continue to support a pro-Putin position inside of Europe and NATO. Look at what's been hit. Unechya. This is the hub to the export in Ust-Luga, the export out in Kaliningrad, the export. Well, this is the Poles aren't buying gas anymore, or oil anymore. The Germans aren't buying it anymore, but Hungary and Slovakia are dependent on it. Certainly, the export in Ust-Luga is dependent on it. Certainly, the Belarusians are dependent on it. And initial reports seem to indicate that the pipeline transport is down to 50% of normal capacity. We don't know who's still getting oil. We don't know, in fact, if the 50% number is even a real number. This is the second time, just to be clear, in case you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, didn't this happen last week? No. This happened last night. Today's the 22nd of August, 2025. But this facility was hit last week as well. The fire this week appears to be larger. You can see this is really just northeast of Kyiv, and it's not far over the border from Ukraine, right where Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia come together. Now, we're waiting for a good damage assessment on this hit and the fallout. Russia's already out in the far east of the country. They're giving out rationing coupons for gasoline. In Crimea, there is no 95 octane. You can't get it. The lines in at least 7 regions of Russia, plus all of the temporarily occupied territories, the lines for gasoline are a kilometer long and more. Russia is supposed to be nothing but a gas station with nukes. And now they're rationing gas. The effect of this strike, we're going to see play out over the next few weeks. Can the Russians get it back up and running? We have reports that 2 of the metering stations, the machines that count how much oil flows through so that it can be appropriately billed to the receivers, have been destroyed. If that's true, as I understand it, those systems are expensive and under sanctions, difficult to replace. Shutting down Russia's oil industry is the path to Ukrainian victory. And the Ukrainians keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. Russia's on fire. Now, look, everybody is concerned, right? Because Russia exports about 5 million barrels of oil a day. This is one of the few times that the Ukrainians have hit infrastructure that affects export of crude oil. Usually they only hit the refineries. That affects refining capacity inside the country. It doesn't affect the price of oil on the markets. It's likely that the Ukrainians are taking these steps now because the price of oil is down, right? We're all staring down the barrel of the next great recession brought on by Donald Trump and his tariff nightmare. And so the price is going to go down. The Saudi Arabians have upped production by almost 2 million barrels a day, down from the 6 million barrels that they decreased production to about 2 years ago. Is it possible that the Saudis see a time when Russian oil won't be available on the market and they are hedging their bets against it? I think they are. I absolutely think they are. And in my mind, that is a go-ahead for Kyiv to hit every one of these pipelines they can. What do you think? Are you willing to pay a little more for gasoline if it means that Russia collapses faster and this war comes to a just and final peace?